All right, welcome back, everybody. This is week 3, video 3, and we're going to be going through Google Sheets a little bit more. I'm actually going to walk through both of these lessons with you for today and for this week. It's going to be EX Lesson 10, Business Associates, and then it is going to be EX Lesson 11, which is going to be called Profits. I want to try to there's been a handful of questions throughout the last couple of weeks, so I want to try and handle some of those right now as well. So first off, where do I start? Is what somebody had asked. So I'm gonna start just like how you would with your computer. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to pull up my Google Drive, and I'm going to go to New, and I'm going to go to Sheets. And that's where we're going to begin at. So basically what I want you to start off with by doing is just opening up a blank sheet. Up here at the top, I just click in there, and then I can just call this EX Lesson 10, something like that. All right, so to begin with, and this information will be provided to you with a sheet again. That will walk through the instructions. It'll give you the information that you'll need to use, that you'll want to put on here. But I'm also going to start the assignment for you as well. So Business Associates is the first one. Commission report, and then fourth quarter 2019. Okay, so that's where we're going to start at. We're going to make a few changes here in a minute to it as well, but I at least want to get this part started. So this is going to be the employee names, and then the next column is going to be base salary. So for example, let me just explain a little bit about what this is. This is keeping track of what people in a company would be making. Okay, so their base salary, the employee, is going to be the person's name. The base salary is going to be how much money that they would get paid no matter what they did for sales. So this would be something like car sales, anything that has some sort of commission attached to it that you would make off of for extra money besides your base salary. So total sales, that's how much these people are have sold in product. And commission percentage would be next. And then commission amount, and then total salary. What this part is meaning is the commission percentage. That's the percentage that they're going to receive. That's going to be multiplied times the total sales, and that's going to give us our commission amount. So this commission amount is going to be extra money that these people are going to receive. Okay, so you can see where this is where it stopped. I've got a couple options. I can either just get in between these columns and move this over, or if I wanted to, I could go up here and click on text wrapping. I click on that, and it would just move it right below. Either way is fine with me. I don't care which way that you do this. I think what I'll do is I'll just take that. Let's hit undo, and let's leave it like this. I'll move these over a little bit. Whoops. And then I'll do the same with commission amount. Okay. So now I know that this is going to be the area that I want to use. So for my table, so what I want to do is I want to put Business Associates Commission Report and fourth quarter 2019. I want to move these all the way. I want to merge these cells. Okay. So I highlight. I just start back here at where I started typing, and then I hold down and I highlight all the way over to the end of F. I go right up here, I merge cells. Now to make it look a little bit better yet, I'm going to give it a center alignment. Okay, so go ahead and do that individually with each one of these. I can do that first if I wanted to, and then merge, automatically go over there. Okay, so I went ahead and I put these in, and this information is all going to be given to you on the sheet that goes along with this. These are just the names of the people. just to save us a little bit of time, I didn't type all of these with you, but you can go back and you can either look at this or you can use the sheet that's provided, so you can type at your speed, however long it takes you to get this all in. So all of these are going to be the numbers for the base salary. This is what Peggy Zimmer is guaranteed that she's going to make. With 0 sales, she's going to make $8,000. Now, she ended up with total sales of over $325,000, so that's the number that goes in here. All the commission percentage is going to be 0.025. If you remember from last time, I think I showed you this. I don't have to type this in every time. I know it's going to stay the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this down, and it's going to stay that same percentage amount for the commission right there. So I put in totals, average, highest, and lowest. Okay, so I really want to kind of focus on these real quick. I'm going to bold these, and I'm going to even change the alignment and move them over a little bit so I know that they stand out, they're separated from the content that's in here. One thing that I went through and I did also is I added borders. Okay, so you can highlight everything in your table, go up here to borders, add borders, and then it goes all the way around, and it really cleans it up. It makes it appear to where it's just the information that I'm working with that I want to use. One thing I do want to mention is let's actually, you know what? Let's bold these as well. One thing that I do want to mention here is I want to pay a little bit of attention to these things down here and how we get those. So I highlight this next part, the base salary, and I go up to this little functions button, and I go to sum, and that's going to add those up for me. I hit enter, and it gives me this dollar amount. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I want to make sure that columns B, C, and E and F are all under dollar signs. Okay, so I can highlight both of these columns, or I can do them one at a time. Just click on the B, click on the C, and I just go up here and go to format as currency. Do the same with this one, same with this one, and then on F, I again do the same. Okay, so I've got the total here. This is gonna possibly save you a little time too. I can grab that bottom corner and slide that over. Okay, now when it comes to the commission amount, all we have to do is just do this one time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the commission amount, we're going to start off with the equal sign for our formula. We click on total sales, then we go to shift and the 8. That's going to be the multiplication symbol. Click on commission percentage and then hit enter. Now all I have to do is do that one time, and then I just grab the bottom corner and I just pull that all the way down to Sal Volcano's name, and now I get all of those are filled in. Total salary, again, it's something I only have to do once. Equal sign, base salary plus commission amount. I'm going to add those two numbers up. Hit enter, and then it gives me this number, the $16,138.93. Pull that down, and there it is. It auto-fills for me. Okay, so it's just a matter of taking minutes to complete or seconds to complete. I'm going to add these up again. Go up here to the functions, go to sum, hit enter. If I don't want to do that again, I can just copy that formula and pull it over, and there's that amount. Okay, now the average is a new one. We're going to do equal sign, and we're going to type in the word average. We're going to do a parenthesis. Highlight the numbers that we want to average, so go down to Sal's name, end of parenthesis, enter. Okay, I'm going to do it again, equal sign, type in the word average, parenthesis, highlight all the way down to Sal, end of parenthesis, enter. Okay, so now I've got that average in. I'll do it one more time, equals average, parenthesis, start at Peggy, go down to Sal, hit parenthesis again, then hit enter. Okay, now if I just want to only do it once, I can just pull that, use that tool handle, and then just move it over, and it gives me that average as well. So now I've got all of those averages done. I'm gonna add some color right now so that I can keep this stuff kind of separated, a little bit easier to view for me. So let's do fill. Let's give it a yellow background. Let's give some of this stuff a little different look too. Let's give this a blue, and let's give this top. I highlighted that. Go to fill color. Let's give that a gray. Oh, I missed one. I think I showed you the painter before. If I want to copy this formatting, all I've got to do is click on it. I go up here to paint, and then it fills it for me. Okay, so I could, even if this stuff was bolded or italicized, different font, different size, those types of things, I could use that font or this format painter and make that copy as well on there. Okay, so this is sometimes a little bit confusing to people in the past. The highest and the lowest. All I'm doing for this is I'm looking at which one is the highest. What's the highest number out of these? Well, I would say Brian Queen is 9833. That's going to be the highest numbers. So I'm just going to type in 9833. And the lowest, let's see, who gets paid the least amount of money? 2343, Larry. Larry is the least, so let's type in 2343. And there it is. We'll do the same over here for highest and lowest. Highest is going to be for commission amount. Susan. It looks like Susan was the big winner there. So we're going to type in 2822.43 for Susan. Least amount is going to be this guy, James. Looks like Murphy was the least, 5969.93. Okay. Whoops. I needed to put that. If I did something wrong, I could either do one of two things. Either I could go to undo, or I could do Command X, and then I could just move it down here. He was the least for that one, so I can do that. Okay, now I've got to go back in and I've got to add that. There we go. Oh, looks like I lost a border too. So I can add that back in. Okay, so highest under this one is going to be Susan again. So that 3072.43 for Susan. Least here, this was Murphy as well. So 2095.93. Okay, so I've got all those filled in. I could do the same here, but for time concerns, I'm going to show you one last thing, and that's going to be a chart. I want to do a comparison. Okay, this chart. What I'm going to do here is I want to show the employee names along with the total salary. Okay, so I want to see who made the most amount of money. Yeah, I can scroll through this and look, but if I had 50 names, 100 names, 1,000 names, much larger amount, a chart would do me a lot of good. Then I could just glance at it, and then I wouldn't have to look through all these numbers. Okay, so if I wanted to do a chart with base salary, all I'd have to do is just highlight these. But since I want to do the employee name and something way over here, I highlight this, and then what I do is I go over to Command, and I hold Command, and then I scroll down. I can let go of it. Both hands are off the screen, and these are still highlighted. So now the next thing that I want to do is I want to go up here to Insert, and I can just click on Chart. And it'll give me some options on what this chart's going to look like. I can move this around a little bit. I can take my screen down in size, and you can see how this looks. And that's going to be lesson number 10 for you. All right, so let's do 11 together as well. And to start off, I'm just going to make a new sheet here. Make my screen back to, let's make it about 150%. Okay, so this one, EX less than 11. This one was called profits. And let's go over here, put 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017. All right, so these are going to be the years that we keep track of for money for this company. So we'll start off here with income. And income is the money that they're bringing in. So if they're selling products or whatever their business is, income is just the money that they're bringing in. Let's go back up here. So the things that are going to be below this are going to be income. So these rows below the income are going to be specific numbers and details. So store sales, catalog sales, internet sales. The next one is going to be total income. So that's going to be these numbers added up. Okay, so that's what this is. Is going to be the total income. Next row is going to be the expenses. And then we've got payroll, which would be like people getting paid. We've got rent, so whatever their facility is that they're having to pay for each month. Utilities, like water, sewer, garbage, things like that. Advertising, so whatever their marketing is that they're spending. Catalog, print. Internet access, so like if they have MediaCom or whatever company would be, that's what that expense would be. And then total expenses, so we're going to add these up as well. So we've got a few more down here that we're going to do, but I want to kind of focus on this stuff first. So with the income, we want to stretch this all the way across, and we're going to do merge cells again like we did on our last lesson. We're going to put it right in the middle. Next, we will go down to expenses, and we'll do the same thing. We'll highlight across. We will give this a center alignment. We will change this to merge cells. And now those two things kind of stick out. So then that way you can kind of see that what's going to fall under these categories. So total income, I want to move that over. I want to give that a right align so it sticks out a little bit. And then same with this one, this total expenses. I'm going to move that over. Make this column just a little bit bigger. So now you can see that this is going to be the total. So I'm going to add these things up per year. Okay. I'm going to give this a different color look right now. So I'm going to give this a fill of, let's do this one in gray. And then let's match the expenses as well. Okay. So let's put in some of this stuff. Actually, take this back just a little bit. Before I put these numbers in, I'll add these last few categories. So total expenses, below that you're going to have profit, then profit goal, and we'll have statistics, highest sales, lowest sales, and then the outcome. Okay, so let me explain this real quick. The profit, the way that those of you that have taken the business class, or if you've heard a little bit about business, that type of thing, you'll understand what this is. So the profit is just going to be the difference between the total income and the expenses. Okay, so this is going to be a subtraction formula. And once I have these numbers in, I'll show you what all that means. Highest sales, we're going to look at these sales right here, and we're going to determine which one is the highest. The lowest is going to be the least of these three, and then our outcome is going to be the difference between those. All right, so I went ahead and I put in these numbers, which, like I said before, putting the numbers in, all of this stuff will be available for you on Canvas on your sheet. So just type these in at your speed. It's not a speed test. It's not a race. Just put them in and make sure that you get them in accurately. So I'm going to show you how to figure some of these things out. Actually, what I want to do next, let's get this whole table in borders. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and merge this one, but I'm going to leave it over here. I'm not going to do a center line. It looks like on your assignment the years are centered, so just highlight those. Go over to alignment, go to center align, and let's see what else. Well, we'll clean up some of this other stuff like adding bolds and stuff like that once we get done. So we want to figure out, okay, so total income, let's do that first. Highlight down to here these 3 items that you want to add up. Go to sum, hit enter, and then now you've got that formula in. Okay, you can see up here in the formula bar how you got it. Okay, so you can go ahead and go across, just grab that toolbar and just move it over, tool handle, and now it's already in for you. Okay, now you could do these individually, or you could just grab that bar. If you can't find that bar by just kind of grabbing onto it like this, then just do it, do it how I did that first one. Highlight down and then go to sum. So we've got the total income in. Now we'll do the exact same thing for the expenses because we want to add all of these up. All right, so go to the formula, go to sum, hit enter, and there it is. Save time, I'm going to grab that bar, and there's all the expenses, okay? Let's go ahead and bold this now. Let's bold this one. And now we want to fill in the profit. Now remember from before I said that you want to take the total income, subtract the expenses, and figure out what you're left with. That's the money that you would make. That's your profit for a business, okay? So you're going to put in equal sign, go to total income, click on that box right here, hit minus, click on expenses, and you can see all of this right here in the formula bar as well. Hit enter, and now you've got the difference, okay? Grab that corner again, move it over. Here's what we're looking for. So there's our profit, each one of these, and then our profit goal. This is what they were hoping to make, okay? As you can see, they hit their goal all but 1 year. In 2017, they didn't hit their goal. So now we've got statistics. Let's match this with statistics. Click on expenses, go to the print format, paint format, and click on statistics, and there it is. See how slick that is? It just moves everything across for you. You didn't have to merge. All in one, basically one stroke is all it took. All right, so highest sales, we're going to look at these. Which one was the highest? Well, that 367,168. Okay, so I could probably copy this and paste it, or Command V for Velcro. Now I want to do lowest sales. That's going to be the 40,000. I can copy that one. I can go here and paste it in, and then we've got an outcome. Now our outcome is going to be subtraction again. So equals that highest amount minus the lowest amount, and then hit enter. Okay, and that gives us the outcome. You'll do that with the other ones as well. So just to kind of save time, that's what that would look like. Cleanup stuff wise, it looks like you're just going to have to bold this. Whoops. Bold it. Enter the data above. Figure the total expense for each year. Come up with a profit, subtracting. Yep. Enter the highest. Yep. Subtract the highest and lowest. Yep. Create a chart showing the compensation between the profit and goal. I'm going to take that out. You already did a chart in the last one. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. Give this an attractive background. That means give it some color. Okay. I like doing that because it really makes these stand out a little bit. Okay. You could do something along these lines, however you want to do it. All right. So that pretty much concludes our last lesson, lesson 11. Like I said, you're going to have one more video coming out next week. That'll be the final one. And that'll just kind of be putting everything somewhat together. So if you have any questions on this at all, please let me know. But I walked through the majority of these 2 lessons with you. Hopefully this helps. And like I said, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you and have a great week, everyone.